Let's plan a brand photo shoot for a business. Now, I'm Nicole. I've been a brand photographer and videographer and strategist for over 15 years, and I go through the same process every time a business comes my way. Doesn't matter what industry, if it's a big company or small company, I go through these same steps and I want to share them with you. If brand photography is new for you, if you are just getting into brand photography, or you are looking for another way to go through your workflow. A brand photography inquiry will come my way. Typically through my website, I have a form people will fill out, and the key things that I want to know are their website, what project they need. So I might have brand photography, I might have video, or they need both, and maybe how they found me. So then if it's a referral, typically people will put that information in there. So I have some key things. I have their website. Now, if it's a brand new website they're building, then it's a whole other level. If they don't have a website yet, during the conversation, they might have a website designer already on board. And I work with website designers all the time. And especially if it's a referral, maybe the website designer has sent them my way, or they have someone else that they've worked with, or I've worked with, sent them my way. And then I can collaborate and work with the website designer. Depending on their stage, they might be very end of their design, and they have a list of these would be great images for the website. And I can use that as a general guide. If they already have a website and they're looking for me just for that website update, or they're rebranding it eventually, I will typically, first step, I go to their website and I go to their social media. So that's step one. And I am doing a couple of things when I'm going on their website. One, I want to know what type of business they are. Are they a service-based business? Are they a product-based business? Are they service, but at the end, they're giving the consumer or client or customer a product? That's kind of in the middle, the mix of two. That would be your maker, your artist, in that category. So that's the first thing. Then I start looking at what visuals do they have on their website now? Do they have an about page? Do they have an updated portrait? Do they have services? Do they have products? What do those images look like? Do they have anything about their process? That typically is always missing. And then I will go to social media. I'll see how active they are. I'll see what visuals they're presenting. And that helps me, gives me a guide on where I see the gaps. But then step two is our discovery call. Now, I do not send out a questionnaire. I know that's a new one in the industry. A lot of people use questionnaires. I do not use questionnaires. I'll actually leave a video here on why I don't use questionnaires and what I do instead. But essentially, I get them on the phone. That is the start of the relationship building. Because number one, I want us to vibe. I want them to feel comfortable, and that's where it starts. Not with a document for them to fill out. All the clients that I work with are way too busy, are wearing way too many hats to be filling out a form with any sort of purpose or helpful information. If I'm working with a busy business owner, you're lucky to get anything in return. So I get them on the phone and I ask them where they think that there's gaps, where they have their need, and we go from there. So if they have a new product line coming out, then we know we're capturing product shots, environmental product shots, and process of making those products. If we know there's new services coming online, then we want to make sure that service is represented. So if they're working one-on-one with people, or let's say they are a coach or they're running workshops, we need to create that environment. I typically do mock clients when that happens. So if they're a coach and they work one-on-one, we will bring friends and family in. and get that interaction type image for their services page and what they provide. Portraits are always 100% across the board. Everyone always needs updated portraits. Now, I love doing an environmental portrait for my business owners. We don't tend to do this all in the studio. I am on location in their studio, their workshop, their office space, their gallery. I am in their authentic space. I believe those are more authentic images for that specific business. Now, if they are a client that really doesn't have an office space, whether they're a real estate agent or maybe a blogger or they're a coach even, I would then lean towards maybe we do need a studio where we can kind of mock some settings because they really don't have a space, let's say. So that lends well. But when you're talking about a maker, an artist, or designer who I love to serve, we are in their creative space capturing the images. So I will discuss with them their needs, and then I will present where I kind of did my initial assessment, like where I think I could add value and benefit in images to their overall scope. And I have a good sense of where they may fall, whether they say, I just need a website update, then they're probably in my tier 1 type of packaging, versus someone says, I need tons of social media, I want social media for months, then they're in like my tier 3, because not only are we grabbing great stuff for the website, we need additional for all the social media pieces that they want. And if they have a huge product line, that could build up the images that they need. Okay, so from there, we are planning the shoot. So all that information in the discovery call, I am ready to design concept boards, mood boards, vision boards, all the same concept, different names for the client. Now, this is again where I'm different in that I am creating these vision boards, concept boards. I am not having the client go into Pinterest, make a board. Now, if a client has seen like images or they like an Instagram account, I certainly say like, send it my way. I'll use it as inspiration. I can get a sense of whether the website is where it needs to be. We just need to update it if it's light and bright or dark and moody. If they're working with a website designer, that always helps too. But I can get a general sense of what they need, especially if we're going to their authentic space too. So I do not have them go in and create a board. Again, the busy business owner does not have time to be doing this. They are hiring us as brand photographers for our creative eye. And many times they don't know what images they need. That's why they're coming to us. So I create concept boards and present the vision of the website. It's always a collaboration to them over Zoom. I don't just email out, hey, here are the concept boards, let me know what you think. Nope. We're going to get on Zoom and continue building that relationship. Remember, we want them comfortable with us. 99% of the people I work with do not want to be in front of the camera, have so much anxiety being in front of the camera. And with all these touch points of the discovery call, talking, and now Zoom, it makes them a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. I then take the time at the end of the discovery call, typically they are booking, and we are setting up 2 dates, the strategy meeting, which is Zoom, and the photo shoot date. And I am typically booking that 2 weeks before the photo shoot date, just in case they need to order anything, we need to bring people in, we need that buffer of time to have everything in place. So Zoom happens. I present the concept boards. Everyone is always so excited to kind of see what's going to happen. Again, we're communicating, we're collaborating. They're letting me know something may spark something new and we want to add it. And I'm creating a shoot list, a prop list for them, and we have all these inspiration boards. Typically, they're so excited for their photo shoot. The thing that they dread, now they're excited for. After that call, I will send them the concept board, so if they need to reference. Then we have photo shoot day. To go back to the whole concept board, I wanted to, down below, you'll have a link to my Pinterest board. Every time I get a new client, a new industry, a new type of maker, I always create a folder of inspirational images that would be great for this specific business. And I have that all open access. So if you go to my Pinterest board and let's say you're working with even a medical spa, there's a section for medical spa if you want to see some inspirational images. I've kind of broken it down for you, but I will go to Pinterest for inspiration if I don't know the industry or there's machines that I'm not sure of. Again, I am going to their location. I need to look that up so I can start visualizing and thinking of different creative shots for them. So that is where that comes into play. So then it's photo shoot day. The planning is all set up leading up to photo shoot day. They know what to expect. We've already had a couple moments of connection, so they should feel pretty comfortable, and then they will get more comfortable as the photography goes on. I will always have the concept boards printed out, so then we can reference them if need be. But that is how I'm planning a brand shoot. I am seeing where they currently are. I'm hearing their needs. As a brand photographer, I'm providing insight and my vision for where we can go with the photo shoot, and then they have fresh new images for their business brand, and if it's for their website, a fresh new website. I'm going to leave a video here on the concept boards portion that I've talked about, and I'll see you there.